Hair Talk is a sacred space I created to allow conversations that would usually happen in my chair with clients or with professionals to reach your conscious awareness. The care and play of textured hair is my life's work. It's my contribution. I know India told us I am not my hair, but truthfully, I am. My story began with me having to hear the reflections of how challenging my hair was to manage as a child, that transformed into a love story in my adulthood. I have become that woman who cares for the hair of women who have hair like me. I care for my clients in private as I approach this deep work from connection to greater intimacy. I educate up-and-coming hairstylists to be advocates and caretakers in the multiverse of textured hair. I support hair care entrepreneurs through coaching to design the life and business that activates them and builds our community. Hair Talk is for you. It's for me. It's for us to discover, to shine light, to bring greater awareness to what we need and how we desire to be cared for. It's a standard. These conversations are the building blocks in the awareness and expansion of textured hair care. Let's do this work together. I am Shamilia B, your host for Hair Talk. Alright guys, so welcome back to Hair Talk with Shamilia B. This is another episode and I'm super excited because I have Yesenia with me today.
Hi.
And we're definitely going to get into hair talk from the perspective of education. Currently in school, also one of my students, so happy to chit chat. How are you?
I'm good.
Alright, tell me, I always start each episode with finding out like your ethnic combination. So what is your mom and dad mixed with? So let's try to figure out what you are.
Okay, I would say mostly Hispanic, but my mom and dad, they were born here in the United States, but their parents are from other places. Like my mom, both of her parents were born in Colombia.
Okay, nice.
And then my dad's dad, he was born, or I don't know if he was born there. I need to see that, but he's from Cuba, his family, and then his mom's side, she's like, I think she's American and mixed with like Bahamian.
Okay,
so
nice. It's a nice combination. Mm-hmm. What is mom's texture like, and what is dad's hair texture like?
I would say kind of similar, but like still on between like at least it's in the fours. It's in the fours. But I would say my dad's side is like the texture is softer and more loose. My mom's side is like more coily, like the hair feels a little, strong. So I have a mix. Like my hair's not too, I don't want to use the word nappy, but
too coarse, too tight.
Too coarse. It's not like that, but yeah, it's a mix.
So you're definitely the force as well. Do you have siblings?
Yes.
What is their textures like? Similar?
Yeah, I would say my little sister, her hair she's probably like 3C.
Okay, so she differs.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has really nice hair. My brother, I have two brothers. One of them, he has dreads right now, but he's always had nice hair, grows really long.
Yeah. And
then my other brother, he's my youngest brother. His hair's kind of like mine, but he's a mix too. Like his dad's white, and my mom she's like dark skinned, but she's Colombian. So.
Okay. Okay. Nice combination. I see it. Beautiful. Yeah, on my side, we have 3 different hair textures from same parent. So that is always why I kind of go to that, because it's crazy to me to see how
two same people could literally give you like
Yeah.
three completely different textures. Like, what in the hell?
Yes, I know.
I tell people texture hair is a multiverse. Like, there's no joke. Like, you can literally, we run in the dice here, it's Russian roulette on what this baby's hair gonna look like. Okay, you get a 2A, you get a 3B, and you get 4 something.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens too, especially if all the children are in the same family too. Like, I don't know, that's kind of weird. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I love to play with genetics and that type of thing. All right, so tell me about, as far back as you could remember, what is your fondest childhood memory? Who took care of your hair?
I've had disasters. Like, we didn't really know how to.
Okay.
My mom, she would use that hot comb on my hair. My hair when I was younger, I feel like my texture changed from when I was younger till now. Because before, my hair used to be like really coarse, break the combs, everything. But now it's like softer, easier to detangle and everything. But it would be my mom and my grandma. There was one time, my mom took me to the flea market to get my hair braided, and they used sprigs on my scalp, and my hair fell out. My scalp was literally like pussing.
Ooh.
Like, it was a bad experience. My hair, I was really young, so I don't really remember.
Right.
But my mom, she'll tell me all the time, like, oh my God, the worst. And I don't know if they clean their tools either. So I've had bad experiences.
So tell me, that's one experience. But was it your mom who did it or your grandma who predominantly cared for your hair?
I would say a mixture of both.
Okay.
Like, I grew up with my grandma a lot when I was younger.
Okay.
She was living here. So she would wash my hair, do treatments like, she would like make stuff, put eggs and all this stuff in my hair, avocados, all those things. Like, she was more so the person that like leaned towards the natural products.
Okay.
But yeah, a mixture of both of them.
Okay, nice. And then as you transition, you got older, you're in middle school and high school. What was that looking like in terms of your hair care? What were you doing?
Middle school, the first time I used to hate, like, I would get ponytails and stuff done in my hair because I didn't grow up liking my hair texture. Like, I just did not. And then I think it's also because people project, like, when they talk about, like, not even saying that my mom wanted me to feel that way about my hair, but if she's doing my hair and she's like, oh, your hair is like this, it's going to make you feel that way about yourself. So I guess I didn't really grow up liking it. So I would get my hair done a lot, getting braids, I would get ponytails. Then like around middle school, like 8th grade, I started getting sew-ins, and then now I'm wearing wigs. So it's progressed, but what I really like started to really love was when I started getting sew-ins, and then when I got into wearing wigs. And I think I got into wearing wigs because I don't know, just at some point everybody started wearing wigs.
Yes.
Like, everyone started wearing wigs, and I loved it so much. I just loved it, and now I'm just here I am.
So you're into wigs now. This is even before you began school. Tell me how you got into that. Like,
honestly, my mom was like around 12th grade. That's when for prom. That was my first time I've ever worn a wig before. And like around that time, I was like, wow, it costs so much for this hair. Then to get it done by someone and everything, I was like, no, I'm gonna learn how to do this by myself.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna learn it. And it took me a long time. I had to learn how to cornrow by myself. I didn't know anything. But I was learning in the dorm room at FIU.
Yeah.
Hated being there. I didn't even want to go there, like, at all. But, you know, my mom was like, I need you to go to school. You know how those things go. But I was in the dorm doing my friend's hair, coloring hair in the dorm sink. And I don't know, I like to experiment with colors. That's another thing. I don't really believe, like, I don't know, other people can do it, of course, like, I don't feel any way, but I don't believe in really coloring my natural hair, so I like all these crazy colors, so I'm gonna do it on the way before I do that to my natural hair.
So you taught yourself how to cornrow, you taught yourself how to install wigs as well?
Yeah, on myself mostly. But I'm still in the process of learning how to like perfect it on other people.
Of course.
But like on myself, yeah.
Yeah. And were you experimenting in color before you got into beauty school? Like, what were you doing? Tell me what.
But not like formulations.
What were you
didn't
doing
even
there?
know. I was using Adore.
So you would lift the hair?
I would lift it with whatever bleach. I didn't know the differences between the levels with the bleach and everything. Like, I would just go get 40 volume because that's just, I don't know.
This looked like a good
Yeah, exactly. So I would just go do that and I'll lift the hair, put the color, and that was it. But I loved it because, I don't know, I feel like a new person.
Yeah.
Every time I change my color.
Yeah, so. Literally. Okay. So what made you decide to go into hair school? Like, what was that transition, or what was the stimulus that was like, okay, I'm leaving college and into hair school?
I honestly left college during the pandemic. So at that point, I was just like, I don't know. I'm really like, it's so real here.
Yeah, you could.
I really had like a lot of things fall apart before I got into hair school.
Okay.
So my mom, she kind of was like, why don't you go to hair school? Everybody was like, why don't you just go? And I was like, no, I don't really want to go because they don't teach enough texture hair. They don't teach anything about wigs or whatever. And I was like, what am I going to learn there?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to learn that's catered to my specific niche or whatever? Yeah. So I was kind of against it. But then I went through like this whole spiritual awakening process, and things just started to fall into place the way it was supposed to. Before I started going to school, like way before years, probably like 2 or 3 years, I came across on YouTube, I was already into hair and stuff, so I came across on YouTube like Ayurvedic herbs and everything, and then when I went to the school, it just felt like everything really like fell into place in a way, like everything had to happen as it did happen. So I feel like I was really guided into hair school rather than me just saying I'm just gonna
you making that decision. That's pretty cool. All right, what was the so you said that you know that they weren't going to get into textured hair curriculum. They weren't going to teach you wigs, and you were already on a self-learning path of figuring out how to color these wigs, how to put them on, like catering all of that. You're halfway through the program-ish now. How do you feel? Because we know what your expectations were. How do you feel now being in that experience? Is it the same? Is it exactly what you thought of? What is it different? What changed?
Way less. I still have my moments where I'm like, this is not, I'm not doing wigs here. You know, I have my moments where I'm like that. But then I have other moments where I'm like, I'm learning these haircuts that I would have never known.
Yeah.
I would have never learned how to cut, and I'm still learning, but at least I have the access to be able to do it. Because at home, what am I really, like, I can't really learn how to do triangular layers at home. Like, it'll be a disaster. But I'm learning that in school. So I enjoy that now. So I see it a little bit differently, but I still, in the back of my mind, like, I wish it was more, you know, more things were incorporated.
What do you want to see more of?
More diversity. This is a big one. Diversity in different ways.
Okay, so
and like hair texture knowledge and what's offered as far as what you can learn. Like, what if somebody doesn't want to go through the whole process of learning nails or whatever these extra things? What if you get to pick and choose what exactly you want to learn?
Right.
You know? And also like including wigs and stuff, just new programs added. That would be
I believe that conversations foster awareness, and awareness gives us the space to desire change, to desire to be transformed. A major part of that is understanding that being supported by somebody else who has been there before where you desire to go, who knows what you desire to know, or whose life's work is a reflection of what you desire to do, is going to support you. Textured hair is my life's work. I have created a sacred space for learning, for transferring of the wisdom I have amassed over my career, for moving the goalpost one step forward. Textured Hair Education by Shamilia B is the home of skills, techniques, and knowledge dedicated to the care for the multiverse of textured hair. If you have a desire to learn and to take this step into deeper awareness and harness new skills, then Textured Hair Education is for you. The link is in the show notes.
Yeah, I think that was one of the conversations that we had very early on, and you were crystal clear on what you were here for. Crystal, like, I'm not here to learn this, I'm not here to learn that. I'm into the wig business, and this does not add up. So I'm just going to do what I have to do, but I'm just letting you know that this is not what I want to learn. And truthfully, on an institutional level, education does not cater to that, because it's very cookie cutter. And as you rightfully said, there has not been the progression or the updating of curriculum to include texture, which is crazy to me, because I feel like texture is one of the biggest markets in beauty right now. Black women are spending an arm and a leg to be cute in these streets, right? So the fact that the curriculum on an institutional level has not yet caught up to that, to me, is insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Even with, like, even if it's not just based on, like, we still have to, I feel like learning how to do certain braids or like the styling part, not really. The most they would teach is how to wash and blow dry or texture hair.
Yeah.
But nothing really like with styling. Everybody's scared.
And why do you think they're scared?
I just think they're scared to get into it. Like, why don't you want to learn how to braid or do, like, it's fun. I feel like it would be more fun, it would be more for everyone.
Yeah.
Not just the people learning, but also the institution itself.
Absolutely. Like, and that's crazy because one of the conversations I had in that position was I had created like this full-fledged textured hair education curriculum, and I was like, if we incorporate this, I feel like we will have so much more engagement with the students. And I also said that we're just gonna have so much more community outreach, because now we're actually reaching a demographic of people who do not feel safe to be in this organization. You know, but as you know, in terms of how the corporate wheel turns, they have their goals, other people have theirs, which is why we parted ways. But the reality is that textured hair education still does not have the spaces for people to go and learn, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, which also, like, growing up, I can even see it when going to get my own hair done.
Yeah.
It's like,
what was that experience like?
I don't know. Like, I used to get perms, which I honestly probably never do. But I don't think that she was a Dominican woman. So I feel like, not that she doesn't know how to take care of texture hair, but she's doing my hair like she does the next woman with a different texture. She's doing our hair the same exact way.
Yeah.
It's not the same though. So that's what I really experienced, and I feel like people just need a little bit more knowledge. And more practice.
But do you feel like, even for on the stylist point of view, like the people in these salons, do you feel like they're open to gaining more knowledge, or do you feel like they're good with the cookie cutter based on your experience?
People in general are really stuck in their way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like very rare you'll meet somebody like, yeah, I'll try what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just so like in their, I don't know, I feel like everybody's just so like in their ego.
100%.
Like they don't really see beyond what's in their own mind.
Yeah.
It's very limited.
Yeah.
Very limited.
And it's unfortunate, which is one of the reasons why this space is so sacred to me, because I feel like these conversations are conversations that I would have with my friends in the industry. It's conversations that I would have with my students, you know, and it's like, these conversations never go beyond our discussion. And I feel like so much women are counting on us in the industry to actually move the needle forward step by step, so that, because I believe that conversation brings awareness, and then awareness could lead you into learning. Okay, you're open now to having some form of education. Then as you get educated and you get your hands in there, you get understanding. That is how things change.
Exactly.
But if the conversations are not even being entertained, then what are we doing? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I know. I feel like people are just like, this isn't like even not related to her. Just everybody just stuck in one zone.
Yeah.
It's like, wake up.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just sleeping. I don't know.
100%. 100%. Okay. So we went through the past, we've touched the present. Let's go into the future. Yesenia, highest self. In, like, you've thought, you've envisioned the fullness of you in your career. I'm talking about everything that you want, you have. What does that look like?
A lot.
Give us.
I want to start with, I'm really all my life, like even little girl me, I just wanted to travel everywhere. But I would love to travel and do hair too. Like it would be fun to do that, be a traveling stylist. But I want to still make wigs. Like there's so many things I would love to do, multiple businesses. Even like my biggest dream ever would be to have my own school.
Yeah.
To have my own school that teaches everything that I think everybody would love to, know. And what else? I don't know. I want to own a spa one day, but like so far in the future. Not really so far in the future, but like I want it to be like kind of like technology. I don't know how to.
Yeah, so almost like, technology infused, like driven, okay.
That kind of, just a different spa that's not like I feel like every spa that you go to, very similar
Same
in a
thing,
way.
yeah.
And I would love mine to be completely different, something you've never seen before. So I just have dreams that's like something you've never seen before, just totally different, in the same category as other people, but not my own. I created this category.
Absolutely. I can see that for you though. Because I feel like that type of creativity and that type of innovation always comes from somebody who has a very clear mind. And like I told you, that was my initial experience with you. And being able to block out all of these side noises of people saying, well, that's not how we do it here, is how we kind of get those visions to flourish, So what do you want to see more of in the industry, aside from just in the school, like in the textured hair care space, the black hair care space? What do you want to see more of?
More knowledge being given, and more like hands-on things, like, because even me myself, like I can admit that I sometimes don't even know how to take care of my own hair. So I would love people to know how to take care of their own hair at home. Because I know there's people that they just do whatever. They'll put their hair in little braids or whatever and just go on about their life. But no, like really learning how to nourish your hair and everything like that.
Absolutely. I remember we had a conversation in class once where we were talking about moisturizing hair. And I was going through these steps with you, and he was like, I have to do all of that.
Yes, I did not know all of that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
all of those things, though,
Yeah.
nobody knows, like, and it's unfortunate
Yeah.
that knowledge isn't being spread. The wrong knowledge is what's being
Yeah.
spread around our community rather than, something that'll actually benefit you and your life in the future.
Yeah. Because just something as simple as how you moisturize hair, I know, like, I think when I started education, particularly in this iteration, when black women woke up to me being halfway through the program and still having to ask me how to care for their hair, is when something shifted in me. I was like, how in the hell you in hair school and you don't know? So now I am over here sifting through everything with eyes, trying to see in the curriculum, because I wasn't always teaching at that level, the beginning stages, sifting through the curriculum to see what did you learn here? Why do you not know this? Only to realize that it's just so little, and then they see me, I was the only black educator at that time for hair in particular, and her hair is long, so she definitely has to know what to do. So they would come in the quiet of nobody being around and be like, okay, so my hair is this, what do you think I should do? Could you carry me to the beauty supply store to get products? And it's like, my heart would break. Break. To the point where I would see, and it's just like, they don't have safety to learn, or they feel comfortable to ask questions about how to care for their hair. And for me, so much of my journey has been fueled by my hair.
Yes.
By me learning my hair, like how my hair functions without moisture, and then it's like wire versus soft, smooth. I didn't even believe you could be this smooth. Get away. And just understanding how to apply moisturizers, when to apply, what type of styling works, and just when I figured out how to care for my hair color, it was over for me. Like, you would not catch me with black hair. It's not happening, because I feel like I unlocked Pandora's box and we're out here. Like, bro, there's no way I'm gonna have a full black hair here,
You know what though? Speaking on like products, that's another thing. Like, even me growing up, or like I'm sure other people, you grow up not knowing, there's so many products out here, you don't really know which one is actually good for your hair and a lot of people don't have money to just be spending
tested.
on all these,
Absolutely.
to test all of these products, and nobody knows. Like, and it's just like more information needs to be given. And better products too, because sometimes you can buy the wrong product, or a product that has these ingredients that aren't really great for your hair, but you don't even know, because you don't know what that even is. You can't even read the name on the back of the label.
100%.
So,
and with products as well, like something I've also seen is that we feel like it's one product, we need to have two products. And when I started to get down into it, and I've done it with clients and I've done it with students, and when we start to layer, okay, you need to have like a liquid moisturizer, then a water-based cream based on your texture, and an oil-based cream, then you need to have a serum. And for people who have scalp issues, you need to have this. And then you only apply that to your hair when it's wet, because when it's dry, your hair doesn't absorb product. Like, when I go through that simple box of moisturizing hair, people are like, what?
yes, because to them, like, I know in my own mind frame, it's like, I have to get all these products. I don't even know what this product is. So I can go buy the wrong product if I don't know what brand is great for my hair. And then I'm just out here testing all these products. That's where people's minds go. They think of, a lot of people, they think of the negative aspect of it before even really looking at the benefits of what's this gonna, do for you. And that's what, when we went over that on the board and we labeled everything you need to do to your hair, I'm thinking, how much are these products? Like, you know?
Because it's an investment. And then if your hair is tickle long, then bro, you have a half life of them because you're gonna have to put, because it's like literal nourishment. It's like food. We have a certain amount of food that we have to eat every day. Your hair needs a certain amount of nourishment every single time you shampoo it.
Exactly.
And it's like, is this worth the investment? Like, I have to spend what? $90, $120 in products the first time I buy it. And then when it runs out, one product is like $18, $32. Like, what?
And you have to be consistent with it. And like, even like knowing, another thing that I didn't know, like when we learned how often you should be washing your hair depending on the texture you have.
Absolutely, yeah.
People do not know these things. Like, it was little things like that that I didn't know that I know now. So
she's like, can't fool me.
But it's crazy like how it's like nobody really knows.
Yeah.
More people need to be aware of these things.
Yeah. And I guess that's why we're here, right? Alright, so let's get into the fun stuff. Wait, who is your ideal client in terms of what you want to do? Like, what do you see yourself in the creation of your units? Yes, flip it and give us the energy, okay?
It really depends on the style, the color, everything. Like, but like who would I see in my units? I don't know. Like, my thing, I want to work with like people that, not even just celebrities, but people that are models or I would love to get into creative directing too. That would be so fun.
Amazing.
But people that, you know, take pictures or they model for certain brands, influencers, people like that. Yeah. Not just, you know, A-list celebrities. Yeah. But I would love to work with people that are just as creative as me. That's what I think of.
Absolutely.
In my ways. Because I like people that like to do fun things. Like colors and different cuts or whatever, different hairstyles, not the same middle part that you wear every month. It's boring. Like, I love it, but it's boring. I like the fun stuff, you know? Yeah.
So let me see if I can get this picture clearly. So you're on set, you guys had a creative meeting, you created your boards in terms of what is the direction of the shoot or the video or whatever. There's a theme and you're basically inspired by that theme. You're creating this wig for this particular person to give the same personality of the person on set, and you're just there in all of your magic. That's it? Yeah, absolutely. I can see it.
I love that you just like said my whole vision. Like, you know, that, because that's fun. Like, I like behind the scenes stuff a lot. I'm not the person to like be on the camera. I mean, I could be. Like, I have no issue with that. But like, I love behind the scenes stuff. Like, I want to see the people that are doing, like, I would love to do hair for movies or, you know, like stuff like that. You don't have to see me on the camera, but I did work on this set. Like, that's fun. Yeah. You know? So that's what I do envision.
Who is like currently like who is somebody that you're kind of eyeing their career and you're like, oh, that's definitely something that I want to kind of play in? Is there anybody that expanding your vision or stretching your vision or currently in a portion of it?
A specific person? I don't really know, but like someone like Holly Bailey, she's really, I love her. She's someone that's just, you know, sweet and just in their own energy, really, but like are doing great things in the world. Like someone like her. Yeah, I like that. Like, I could have made her drag wig or whatever.
Come on now,
for the Little Mermaid.
I know that,
right? You know, that's stuff like that's fun. Yeah. So even like my mom, she was talking to me about like there's some people out here, and I've even seen a while back. There was this woman. She makes wigs for like cancer patients and stuff. Like even doing things like that, giving back to people in that way too. That would be something that I would like to do.
There was like the wig set for like Queen Charlotte.
Oh,
Listen, that wig set gave me so much life.
you know what? That is so creative. I don't even know. Like, I've never thought about me being able to create something like that. Like, that's so creative and precise.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Queen Charlotte was out of this world. Like I actually found the hairstylist and I
Oh,
am
really?
fangirling in these streets, of course. I mean, yeah, like Queen Charlotte. Then even like movies like Wakanda for me was a big one. They had so much creative expression.
Yes.
Like, oh, all these cells in my body were vibrating, you know, like on that level. Because when you get to see culture reflected in here for me, it's the epitome of creativity. Like, I love it.
I like all those hairstyles too. Like, and even I would like to make braided wigs too, and different braid styles. Like, just everything. Every style to me is beautiful. Every culture, everything. I even like the mullets. Like, I love all of that stuff. So
yeah, like Tiana Taylor wears like some amazing.
Oh my god, I love her. She's so creative. Her fashion, everything.
She also gives me like your vibe is similar to hers in terms of how she incorporates all of it. But she had a beautiful black mullet the other day. I can't remember what thing it was for, which event it was for, but she was slay.
She can, you know, some people can really pull off certain hairstyles. Really. Like,
she be stopping it dead in the tracks, like, sis.
You know what? You asked me who I envision.
Yeah.
I would love to one day be able to work with her.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be like a dream.
Yeah. Tiana is fantastic out of this world.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. We are like going down this hair talk road. Guys, thank you so much for checking in with us, sitting in this conversation. Yesenia, thank you for your time.
I loved being here.
Yes, we had an absolute ball. We may continue this conversation off air, but guys, this is just the perspective of the black women in the hair space, currently being educated, been in the industry for years. These are the conversations we're having, and we just wanted to invite you in on, and of course, you know, just share with us, you know, your feedback, etc. But we're definitely trying to move the needle that much forward one step at a way. And you never know, one day I'll just pass on the baton to Yesenia and be like, okay girl, you need to start to talk on hair talk, and I need you to host this type of episode because we're focusing mainly on creative direction. Okay?
That's a manifestation. Watch. It's gonna happen. Just watch. I love that.
Alright guys, we're tracking with you later.